that we all select the same shape so that whatever solutions we can find, we can all benefit from them and win. It's clear that this guy is intentionally trying to get the other players killed in order to increase the prize pool for himself, and that's cold-blooded as hell. Now, there's still a way to increase your chances of choosing the right shape without knowing what the game is. Look at how these first two players rush in to select a shape before anyone else. Both of them chose triangle, and when nobody's supposed to know what the game is yet, it probably means they recognize the game from their childhood. Now, this doesn't guarantee that triangle is the best choice, but given they are so sure of themselves when the stakes are life and death, it's not unreasonable to assume that someone this confident has probably figured something out. If the players were unsure of their decision, they would take more time to think about it, and if you have no idea what the game is, following their lead is going to be your best option. Now, if it just so happens that we get stuck with the worst shape possible, there's still hope here, because the rules never stated that you could only use the needle, and that opens up a lot more possibilities to win. Using your saliva is a smart move because getting it wet makes the candy softer and you'll be able to cut the shape out without cracking it. This might seem obvious, but under a crazy amount of stress like this, it's hard to see other solutions if you're already told how you're supposed to solve them. And most of the players here were so fixated on using the needle, they didn't stop to think outside of the box. This is actually very similar to the candle problem, which was a famous psychological test in the 1950s. The subjects were given a table, a box of thumbtacks, some matches, and a candle. They were then instructed to stick the candle to the wall without letting any wax drip onto the table, but they have to come up with a solution as fast as they possibly can. What's interesting is that most of the participants didn't consider that the box itself could be used to solve the problem until their time ran out, and it had everything to do with time pressure and how the items were presented to them. We can learn from this by considering all the tools we have to work with, but none of these players realized they might be able to use the tin can here to solve their problem. Instead of licking the candy to death, they could have used the can to collect their liquids and soak the bottom of the candy way faster. All the players go back to the main room where the results of the second game are announced. 79 people were killed of 108 left standing, and that's now 34.8 billion won in the bank. Later, the players will gather for lunchtime, but when the last of them walk up to get food, they're shocked to find there's nothing left. Angry, the man yells at the guard for being unfair, but suddenly this girl stands up.